Hey guys, Mark Allen, BHSpringSolutions LLC, BHSpringSolutions.com, back again for another session of High Power University. And also this video is also being made on behalf of our certified components installer, that would be the High Power Medic, and who happened to bring this by today because I guess apparently he just couldn't help himself to show us what he found in this particular Inglis. This is a Inglis from Turkey. I guess there's some thought that these are assembled in Knoxville, Tennessee, and that may very well be the case. This one came into the High Power Medic with the questionnaire sheet saying fails to extract, fails to feed, fails to go into battery, which is, this is all enough. This is like failing to do everything. And see if we can turn down the fan sound. Okay. Don't know exactly a nice way to even start talking about this. I want to show one thing that was noticed here, and it's right here in this region, and I want to show you what we're looking at here. Is you're going to see two holes, one here, and those are looking like they're the same size hole, but they shouldn't be the same size hole, and we'll see if we can show that. And what has happened here is this right side hole, that's a correctly drilled hole for a sear lever spring. And left of that is where the extractor pin goes. But either they drilled the extractor pin and then they came back and started drilling the sear lever spring hole over the extractor pin hole, or vice versa. Or they got started with the sear lever hole and then realized that ain't right, and they came back and drilled the extractor pin hole. So it looks like they saved that mistake, but that's definitely not right. But here's the one that is really, it's going to be tough to pick up. And I'll tell you what I did is I went ahead and I enlarged this and printed it out. And what you're seeing right there is leftover metal. And it's not just a little, little paper thin little piece of leftover metal. It stayed there when the extractor was installed, whoever installed it. But that is not going to work. The extractor is not going to possibly get close enough to the cartridge in order to, frankly, do anything. So it fails to extract can imposter as fails to feed. And they can imposter as, all kinds of confusing looking stuff. So can short cycling. But in this particular instance, this is not going to work. So what ultimately has to happen is the original extractor that came with this high power, this is getting discarded. Reason being is because the dimension of the extractors of most of the Turkish high powers are not sufficient to create an extractor claw surface to hold a 9mm cartridge, and I don't care how you tune it. It's a defective design and a defective part, and it's universal, basically what we have seen. Actually, the Gersans, they have gotten a better equation on the extractor part, but the Inglis, the Centurion 14s, and the Springfield SA35s, and the Tissos pistols of old, they all have bad design problems in the extractor area and in this entire extractor region, because typically in order to get a Browning extractor in here, which is what is done, this normally has to be channeled in order to make room for a more generous extractor. But this is going to have to get machined out, and this is not a do-it-yourself kind of a thing. And frankly, nothing on these Inglises in order to get John Browning level reliability is something that is a do-it-yourself at home kind of a job. It's just not. This entire region of the pistol needs to be re-engineered, and once it is re-engineered in the image of the FN Browning high power in this area, you can have real John Browning level reliability, and we in the High Power Medic get that kind of reliability out of these on a regular basis. But anyway, I want to try to show you if we can. We'll see if we can see that extra metal right there. This place, yeah, there we go. It is showing up. There it is. And that is definitely not anything that should be there at all. That should be a relatively smooth channel all the way down through there. You see just a little bit of a divot right there. That's part of the hole drilling for the sear lever there on the right. Then over here on the left, we got that extra metal, and that's just not good. So anyway, that is what we're seeing here in 2025 from some of the high power clones, and things that are getting taken care of by the high power medic. All right, folks, thanks for watching. I'm Mark Allen, BHSpringSolutions LLC, BHSpringSolutions.com for High Power University, and on behalf of the High Power Medic. Thanks, folks.